Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to do a film review on La La Land. Now, I know you might not have expected us to do La La Land on this channel, but we are. I watched it. It was absolutely amazing. One of the best films of the year because it's January. But you know, seriously, it's even when the year ends, it's going to be a good contention. It was absolutely amazing. It's not just a typical sing-along dancing, oh wow, cool, whatever. And it's not just your typical love story. There's a lot more going on. Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone. I don't know which one's more beautiful. I should be saying Emma Stone because I'm not gay, but Ryan Gosling, maybe would. He plays Sebastian, she plays Maya. Emma Stone is aspiring to be an actress. She really wants to be an actress. Ryan Gosling wants to open up a jazz bar. He's so in love with jazz music. Film starts off, big traffic jam. There's a girl singing in a car. She gets out, knocking on other people's doors. They start having a good sing-song. Ryan Gosling, you go to his car, he's messing around with the radio. In front of him is Emma Stone. He's beeping her on, telling her to move. That was a car. Sorry if you can hear that car pew bombing it down the road. He's beeping her on, telling her to move. So camera pans to her. She's on the phone or whatever it is she's doing. He goes up by the side of her. You know, oh, come on, drives off. The camera follows her. Goes to where she's going. She's going to work. She works in a coffee store, like on a movie set. So big actresses and stuff walk into the coffee shop. You know, everyone's giving, oh, that's so and so, that's so and so. It follows her story for a little bit, showing what she wants to do, the actress stuff. And then we come back to the traffic jam. This time we follow Ryan Gosling into where he's going. He goes to his house, and it shows, you know, why he wants to do jazz music, why he loves it and stuff. But then we follow him to go into his job. And he's a pianist in a bar. It's like Christmas time, and his boss has told him to play, like, you know, Jingle Bells and all this stuff. And he's like, can I just play one song, you know, of my choice? No. But anyway, it gets to the end of the night. He's sick of it, so he plays his one song. Emma Stone walks in and hears him playing it, and she recognises him as well. His boss then fires him, and he's like, oh, grabs his tips, bumps into Emma Stone, and just like she doesn't say, she says something, but he just bumps into her and blanks her and walks off. A couple months passed. Emma Stone turns up to a party and there's a band playing, and Ryan Gosling's in the band. It's like an 80s band, like an 80s tribute type band, and she requests a song and he's like, oh, funny, whatever. And they have a little funny moment about it. And then the party's over. He walks her to a car and they have this amazing, beautiful moment at the top of it. I think they're in Hollywood. I'm pretty sure they are. A beautiful moment at the top, mint view and stuff. Have a little dance, but then they part ways, and he's looking back and he's like, you know, you can sort of think, oh, right, I think you're falling for a Ryan, mate, are you? I mean, I would have fell for him a long time ago, but and then he ends up at the coffee shop where she works. He's like, come on, you got 10 minutes to get off. So they go off, they have a walk. She starts explaining why she loves acting. He starts, you know, why he loves jazz. He takes her to a jazz bar because she starts saying, well, I thought jazz was a bit, you know, that kind of music where you'd put in the background just to talk over it because it's a bit boring. And he's like, no, you've really got to listen to it. And he starts saying how it's a war between, like, the trumpet and the saxophone and the pianist and stuff. You know, he starts defending, making a really good case why you should love jazz music. I mean, I still don't, but you know, he makes a case anyway. She then says, well, you know, he says, we'll meet up, and we'll go watch his film so you can do some revision for this role you've got coming up. She's like, yeah, okay, that'll be awesome. Anyway, he's at the cinema waiting for her, but then she doesn't realise, sorry, I should have said at the time, she has a boyfriend. She completely forgot she's got a date with her boyfriend and his brother and his girlfriend. So she's like, oh crap. So she goes to the date with her boyfriend, and in the background she can hear jazz music, you know, literally out of nowhere. She sat talking, all of a sudden the jazz music from the background overtakes the people, whereas she said earlier that, you know, the people overtake the jazz music. And then she smiled, she realised, what am I doing here? So she sacks her boyfriend and that off, runs to the cinema. Ryan Gosling sat waiting. He thought he'd been stood up, but she eventually turned up. It was a really beautiful moment. She's at the top. I was like, oh. But yeah, and then they just start to help each other and inspire each other in different ways. You know, she's helping her with the jazz. He's helping her with the acting and stuff. She comes up with a logo for, you know, when you open up your bar, you should have this as the logo and stuff. But then it keeps going. He eventually takes a job doing some jazz music, but it's like proper modern day, you know, for the younger audience jazz music, and you can tell he doesn't like it, but I think he said he's getting $1,000 a week or whatever. He's got to go on tour, and she turns up to his gig for the first time. She doesn't realise what music he's been playing, and they play. It starts off nice and jazzy, but then they play and it goes all proper like techno and stuff. And she's like, "Oh right," and then she can see it in his eyes, his thingies, and he looks at her in the corner. It's like she knows that I'm not doing this, you know, because I don't love it, but they're out. But anyway, they start arguing and stuff, like saying, you know, well, you've done this, you've done that, you haven't followed your dream and stuff. And they separate, unfortunately. But then he comes back to her house and says, listen, some girl called me, you've got an audition for this big job. And she's like, no, because throughout the film she's failed auditions, so she's starting to lose faith in it and stuff. He gets her there, there's a big part, they say, in the role, they said, but you got to move to Paris. And they're at an auditorium at this part, and earlier on in the film they were at the auditorium, you know, in the stars. They had a nice little sing-song and dance and that in the stars. It was fucking amazing. But yeah, so she's like, what does this mean for us? You know, what's going to happen for us? And then it just sort of says 5 years later, she's made it as a big-time actress and stuff. Her face is on billboards everywhere. She's got a new husband and a kid. He's opened up his bar finally, so he's living his dreams. So they both are living their dreams. She comes back to Hollywood, or where it is, and she's out on a meal with her husband. And they decide not to follow their original plan. They say, come on, should we go somewhere else and get something to eat? They eat, and they walk past a bar, and they don't realise what it is. They're like, alright, cool, we'll go in here. They go in, and Emma Stone sees the logo. She's like, that's the logo I made. It's, you know, it's the name I said. They go in, there's some jazz music playing, Their Love and Life. Then all of a sudden, Ryan Gosling comes on stage. He's saying thank you to the band, blah, 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 and he notices Emma Stone in the crowd, and she notices him. And it's like a couple of moments, you know, the whole room goes silent. He sits down, goes on the piano. It all goes black, just lights up on him. It goes black on her, but then lights up on her. So they're the only two people in the whole entire world. And then, oh, we start crying again. It was very beautiful. I won't lie, I did cry during this film. I'm a sucker for this kind of film, okay? All right. But yeah, he starts playing the same song, and she has a flashback of the whole film. But then, instead of going like to Paris and with this new guy and stuff, she's gone with Ryan, and she's had the baby with Ryan and stuff like that. And he's there, they're watching somebody else on stage, and it's like this beautiful moment of what could have happened. But then he stops playing. He just looks up. She gets up, leaves with her husband, but then she suddenly stops, turns around. He looks up. He smiles at her. She smiles back at him. He nods. She nods, and she just walks out, and that's it. And I was like, oh my god, so beautiful. But yeah, just some bits that I skimmed, but that's the film on a whole. It was absolutely amazing. To me, it wasn't just a typical love story. It was like a sort of a love story, but not for them to fall in love. I mean, obviously they did love each other, but it was for them to meet up so they could keep each other on the right track to follow their dreams, and then they could just be happy, done their dreams, and sort of be happy for each other type thing. It was absolutely amazing. It wasn't just a typical sing and dancing film. So like, if anybody says, oh, it's just a sing and dancing film, no. If this persuades one person to go watch it, then I'm happy. I definitely want you guys to go see it. It was amazing. Enjoy the film and don't cry as much as I did. Hope you enjoyed my little review there. Hopefully I didn't get too much to detail. Like I said, I did miss some, you know, key moments, but hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you could leave a like if you did, and we'll see you in the next film review.